Plaintiff Daniel Kaiser says the defendant is his daughter, and she's been in a toxic marriage for 8 years. Daniel claims he rented a house to the defendant and her husband, but they moved out after the defendant's husband left her. He's suing for rent and utilities. Defendant Shelley Haynes admits that her estranged husband had issues with drugs and says that during an argument, he kidnapped their children and Daniel took his side.
Start with you.
Me and my wife are here and our daughter Shelley. It's a really tough time for our family right now, but she's been in a tough relationship for 8 years now. It's been very toxic for her. There's been, she's been really depressed, anxiety. I believe there's been drug use in the past, marital issues. I believe that her estranged husband is still addicted, and I believe, in my opinion, that he's still using meth, and that is contributing to the reason why we're here. And
how do you know he was using drugs?
His behaviors, his withdrawal from the family, the rapid weight loss, the bug eyes, just antisocial.
That sounds more like crack.
It could, Your Honor, I've never seen him.
Well, I've seen it.
Okay.
It is crack.
Crack it is, then, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
And so, through the relationship, we've been there for them, for Shelley. Every time there was an issue, we tried to help them out, and we've come to the point of why we're here today. It's to the point where we're suing them separately because I don't even want them in the same room together, and I don't want to be part of them being together. So we're suing the two of them separately, and that's why we're here. And we're here to try to put this piece of the puzzle behind us to move forward. My wife are here and our daughter Shelley. It's a really tough time for our family right now. She's been in a tough relationship for 8 years now. It's been very toxic for her. She's been really depressed, anxiety. I believe there's been drug use in the past.
Defendant Shelley Haynes says the plaintiff is her stepfather, and she claims after her estranged husband kidnapped their children, the plaintiff took his side.
You want to give me some background, ma'am?
My stepdad married my mom when I was about 11, and they moved out of state right after they got married, so we didn't have a great relationship. I guess it's always been pretty rocky. And I think when we finally got to a good place was about the time I got married, but Dan seemed to take my husband's side a lot at the beginning of our, when we would get in a fight, my husband would just take off with the kids, move to another state, and keep the kids from me.
How long would he keep the kids? Oh, more than a weekend?
Oh yeah, months.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But
yes.
Your Honor, I tried
you let your grandkids go with a crackhead?
Well, Your Honor, at that point in time, yes, because
He didn't believe he was a crackhead.
I didn't take sides, and at that point in time,
you did. She said you supported the grandkids' father, good father.
It's because they were both doing irresponsible things, and they were both. And at that time, they had been.
How old were the children?
At that point, the one,
2, 3.
But she had left the home. They had been evicted, and the only place for those kids to go that would have been safe
was with him.
Was to his parents' house or to our house, and he wasn't letting them come back with us.
Go ahead. So you lost your children from time to time, more than once?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
So
how'd you get them back? He came back?
He came back.
He ran out of crack.
Reconciled. We reconciled, and then my parents tried to help us by letting us rent their house. And then it happened again. He took the kids again recently. So now we're here, trying to...
How long ago did he take the kids?
2 months.
What have you done to follow up with that? Did you file any complaint?
Yeah, I filed for divorce and temporary orders for that.
Okay, all right.
That's pending.
It's in progress, good. And would you agree that he was a drug addict for most of you all's relationship?
Probably half of it, sure.
Okay. All right. And sir, why are we sentencing him for rent and utilities?
Pardon?
Sorry, why are we suing her? I'm thrown off a little bit. I think I said sentencing her.
Yes.
Utilities.
I was.
Yeah. You know, for the last week or so, I've been struggling. My life has really been in disarray because I haven't been able to, my assistant took off 2 weeks. My right-hand man, I rely on him for everything. He took 2 weeks off vacation. I guess I was thrown off because he had the nerve to show up here in my courtroom right there. How you gonna show up here and you don't do my work? My life is in disarray. I ain't got nothing done. I've missed meetings, missed airplane flights. Then you got nerve to show up in here. Go ahead. That's all right. I'm gonna get you, Doc. I promise you. Go ahead.
So the reason we're here today is in 2017, Shelly and her family were living in Houston. They lost their house and everything because of Hurricane Irma. So we invited them up to come live with us. We had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, and we wanted to help them get back on their feet. So they came up, they started living there. It's just me and my wife. We're trying to downsize anyway because I'm getting ready to retire. So they wanted to buy the house. We wanted them to have that house to get on their feet. It was perfect for them and the 4 children. Everything seemed to be back on track with them and their behaviors.
Good.
So we had them sign a contract that on August 1st of 2017, that by August 1st of 2021, that they would take the house and put it into their name, and that they would continue to make the mortgage payments of $1,035 every month, plus a $50 extra payment for like a down payment to us for what we had in the house. And they all agreed, we signed it, we moved on, and things didn't work out so well when we did that.
Tell me what did happen. You said it didn't work out. How do they owe the rent and utilities to the tune of $3,000?
He went on vacation in early June to visit his parents in Texas, where he had grown up his whole life, where he had more crack connections probably than where he was living in a small town in Wisconsin. So he went back there and was supposed to be gone for 2 weeks, and they had round trip tickets for him and the girls. Well, after the 2 weeks come and go, we got a text message from him that he was staying in Texas and he was not bringing the girls back, and that they were shutting the utilities off and everything to the house, and it was no longer his problem. Tough. So that was, when we found that out, we went and sat down and talked to Shelly, and I said, you don't have a job, you don't have a car, you don't have money, you can't afford this place. So she agreed that she needed to move out.
No, I didn't agree, ever.
Okay, she signed a 28-day notice.
You see it, please.
Because we went to the local courthouse and we had a 28-day notice to evict. We had it served on him, and she signed it that she agreed to move out because with no job.
Yeah, ma'am, you did sign it.
I signed it, yes.
But when he said
But I
you
didn't
agreed to it, you said you didn't.
Originally, when we sat down and talked,
Okay, we're talking about ultimately, not originally. How old were the children?
At that point, the one, a
One,
set of
two,
twins,
three.
But she had left the home, they had been evicted, and the only place for those kids to go that would have been safe
Was with him?
was to his parents' house or to our house, and he wasn't letting them come back with us.
Defendant Shelly Haynes says the plaintiff is her stepfather, and she claims after her estranged husband kidnapped their children, the plaintiff took his side.
Go ahead.
Okay, so
She signed this.
She signed
And
it.
what happened?
She moved out in, I'm not sure the exact date.
She agreed to move out by July 31st.
But she was out before that.
Okay.
Okay, and when we moved out, Your Honor, we took nothing but our clothes.
Got it.
Left
Let's
them
talk about
everything in house.
the utilities.
Okay, shortly after we got the text message from Crackhead, we found out that he called up the electric company and had the power shut off, and then we got a call from the village of Centuria where we live. It's a town of 650 people, that they were shutting the water and the sewer and the trash services off because the NSF check. And us being the homeowners, it now falls on us.
To you.
So I went down there and we paid the $300, the $25 NSF
What's the
check.
total amount for the utilities?
$980, Your Honor.
Okay. And why are you suing for August if this says up to July 31st and they moved prior to July 31st?
They basically abandoned the house on us and left us with everything in the house.
They fulfilled the agreement.
We had a contract that they were supposed to pay the mortgage payment of $1,035 every month till August 1st of 2021. I'm not trying, but we had to.
All of that
was
was superseded by this final agreement.
Okay.
Do you have a defense against the utilities and July's rent?
July's rent, I offered to pay, or I said I could come up with it by the due date. He wouldn't give me that option. He said, nope, you can't afford it. We gotta sell it. Too bad.
All right, and the utilities, that bill was accumulated during you all's stay?
Yes, but it was in our name. It's not in his name. He didn't have to pay those.
But he did pay it. All right,
Yeah,
otherwise, as he said, it will revert it back to him anyhow. All right, and so I'll grant your judgment, sir, of $1,035 plus $988.
2023.
2023 is your judgment. That represents the 1 month in July and the utility bills. Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day.
We love you, Shelley. I love you.
I love you too.
I'm glad this is resolved. Let's move on.
Hope so.
Plaintiff LaToya Bird hired the defendant to make a prom dress for her daughter. But after LaToya gave her a $425 deposit, the defendant barely communicated with her, and she never finished the dress, so LaToya's suing. Defendant Naisha Brown is a self-taught seamstress who specializes in prom and wedding dresses. Naisha insists LaToya's dress was scheduled to be done on time, but the plaintiff canceled the order, and therefore Naisha owes nothing. She's countersuing for harassment.
Start with you.
I contacted the defendant in December 29th to be exact, about a prom dress that my daughter wanted specially made. I sent her a picture of the dress. I asked her was she able to make it. She told me yes, she can make the dress. She told me that the dress is going to be $975. She asked me was that in my budget. I said yes, $975 in my budget. So she said we can make a date to go to the fabric store. We booked a date. We met at the fabric store. We met at the fabric store.
What date was that?
That was on January the 12th, I think, or the 11th or something like that.
Okay.
We went to the fabric store. We picked out fabric. She measured her in the fabric store, and we went to the back of the fabric store to discuss the deposit, which was $425. I gave the defendant, the plaintiff, the defendant deposit, which was $425. January 26th, she came and did a fitting.
When was it supposed to be due? Ready?
The prom was May 17th.
When was it supposed to be due?
The dress?
Yes.
She didn't give me a due date.
Okay.
I didn't hear from Naisha none in February. We met once in January to do a fitting. I didn't hear from her none in February.
Okay. And it was May
17th.
was the actual prom date?
Yes.
No, she didn't tell you when she would have it. She would certainly have it by the 17th. All right.
Plaintiff LaToya Bird says after she paid the defendant a deposit to make her daughter's prom dress, the defendant stopped communicating with her and never finished the dress.
Go ahead.
Well, I didn't hear from her in March. February. I met with her in March. Did I call her?
Yes.
No. You're I run my own business.
All right. Did she say she was going to call you in February?
No,
well, perhaps that's why you didn't hear from her. Now, go ahead, ma'am.
So she, I didn't hear from her. So
right. You didn't call her?
April,
she never told you were going to hear from her in February.
So April, I texted her in April, I think. I said, when would you do her next fitting? She said, like Saturday or something like that, but she didn't come.
Your Honor, I never told her Saturday.
What, do you know the exact date?
Let me see.
Let me hear from you. You give me your version of things.
Okay, my name is Naisha Brown. I'm a seamstress. I'm actually a self-taught seamstress. I learned how to sew from my grandfather who does upholstery. So for 5 years now, I've been doing prom and bridal dresses. I've done over 100 dresses, probably about 200 dresses over the past 5 years. LaToya is correct. She contacted me in December about doing a dress. I told her that I would be able to do the dress. We met January 11th or 12th at the fabric store. The original price that I quoted LaToya was $950, I believe. At the fabric store, she ended up choosing a cheaper fabric, so our price went down to $850. My deposits are 50%, which would be $425. That's why she gave the $425. I did not have the contracts on me, and I did not do the measurements that day. I was doing measurements later, so I contacted her later on. We did the measurements, and she signed the contract January 26th for the dress. I never gave a date of when I explained to everyone that the first step is to secure your spot. I took over 50 people this year, so I get everyone in order. I take your deposits, get you in order, and then I go through and I see who has the first prom, who has the second prom, and I go in order.
You told her that?
Yes, I explained all of this.
And you couldn't give her an estimate even?
So I let them know that you'll have your address before prom.
Like, might be the night before. So, maybe, huh?
Maybe.
All right, that's a bad business operation. Horrible. You might have just blew that case.
Right.
All right, go ahead, ma'am. So what did happen?
So March 15th, she came. She texted me. She said, "Hey, what's a good day for us to meet for the first fitting?" I texted her. I said, "Good morning. Just checking to see when is her next fitting." I didn't hear back from Naisha, I think, until April 30th. Is when me and her talked. I said, "Good afternoon. Can you let me know when is her next fitting? Thank you." May 1st, I texted her again. She didn't respond. May 1st.
And then what was the next communication about the dress?
May 1st.
Quiet, ma'am. Let me see it.
Right here?
Not this.
Okay, thank you.
That's when I texted her again, May 1st.
What does that have to do with the fitting?
It was the week of prom. Oh, she didn't never get a chance to do the last fitting.
May 1st.
Because she canceled the dress.
Good morning.
I didn't have to dress to May 11th.
Try it and we'll just be the white garment like the last time. I'm not rushing you. Prom is in 16 days, and I'm clueless on how the dress will look, what color I'm using to decorate. Go ahead. What else?
So, and then she texted me, "Good morning. You all picked the colors. It's the same colors. I will be bringing." She told me what she'll be bringing, which is the bottom part of the dress, and she was going to attach the, I guess, the tulip. So I said, "Okay, I'm just bugging," because she knew that I was bugging about the colors. My daughter, this was special for my daughter. She was picking a color that was like way off. She wanted.
You were upset about what?
The fact that I didn't know how the dress was going to actually look.
Right.
Because it was a unicorn dress.
So you're saying time. You wanted to see it before it was too late.
Yes.
All right. And she said it doesn't matter to her how timely it is.
Exactly.
She said if it's an hour before the prom. She said if it's an hour before the prom, so be it. How did you do it? Go ahead.
So when I told her that I had
let me hear from her. She asked when it would be done. I don't see your response. Do you have a response?
What day are we talking about? Okay, can I say something?
No, you can answer my question.
Plaintiff Latoya Bird says after she paid the defendant a deposit to make her daughter's prom dress, the defendant stopped communicating with her and never finished the dress.
Good morning. You heard her say it. When can I get it? When can I get the fitting?
Oh,
what was your response?
We didn't text that day. I called Latoya. We talked on that day.
What time? Do you remember? Was it afternoon, evening?
It was afternoon because she also called me.
Okay, you called her on May 1st. What did you tell her?
I told Latoya not to worry about anything, that the dress will be done. Latoya is not informing you that we had a fitting on March 19th.
Never did anything in May.
So why did she send this on May 1 then?
We had a.
If you were fine, if you were in line with your obligation, and wouldn't you say March 19th to fitting?
And I have text messages.
So why did she complain in May 1?
Because she was ready for her second fitting.
And why weren't you able to do it?
I wasn't ready for the second fitting. I had other people.
Okay, you had other people in front of you.
So I wasn't ready yet.
All right, you were too busy. Well, don't be too busy to give her money back. Judgment for the plaintiff, $425.
Thank you, Your
Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed.
I don't have anything to say to her. I just knew that the dress should have been prepared and we should have had it before May the 11th.
That I'm really upset that I didn't get the dress that I wanted and I had to go get a dress from another store.
Latoya, I never gave you a date on when we were doing fittings or anything else. The reason why I don't give an actual date of when the dress can be done because there may be things that happen that's not on my part.
Plaintiff Megan McVeigh dated the defendant, and she claims after they had a baby, she grew up. But the defendant did not. Megan claims the defendant continued to drink while watching their daughter, and he would smoke pot on a regular basis. She's suing her ex for a bail bond, and because he kicked her car in a fit of rage. Defendant Travis Peters says Megan is extremely violent, and she was once arrested for domestic abuse after she attacked him. and he has pictures of his injuries. Travis denies owing Megan for anything.
Start with you.
This is basically young love gone bad. We started dating when we were 19. Everything was going great. We would go for walks. We went for movies. We had a great time.
Oh, that's so sweet. Go ahead. You all used to hold hands and go to the movies.
All that fun stuff.
And then what happened?
And then in 2012, I had my daughter. At that point, I realized, we need to grow up. We have a daughter to raise. Our life was going to change. I feel like I grew up, but he did not. He would sit around drinking while he was supposed to be watching my daughter, playing video games all day. He was smoking pot in the basement, just things that should not be going on. And
sounds like Doyle. Doyle started off holding hands, walking through the park. His wife, when I met him, she said, he's such a great guy. He holds hands, we walk through the park.
Great listener, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then when she came back, she said, Judge, I need to talk to you. I can't get Doyle out of the basement. Does nothing but sit down there and play video games. He says those are cigarettes he's smoking, but I don't believe it. Go ahead, ma'am. So, did you all begin arguing about that?
yeah, because he decided to be the stay-at-home dad, which he was not. I would be working all day long. I'd work 16-hour days. I had 3 jobs. I was going to school. Between me and his mom, we were paying the rent and everything because he decided to not have a job, and just nothing was getting done. So between all of that, we broke up.
Sir, let me hear from you.
Well, don't let her calm demeanor fool you. She's actually extremely violent, and she can explode at any minute. Her first reaction to any kind of altercation is actually punching and kicking like a little girl, and it's ridiculous.
That is not correct at all.
Ma'am, you get violent with him?
No, there was some instances that
Instances? Then that answer should have been yes.
So there was one time where I kicked in the door, I made a mess of the door, but I knew my daughter was inside. I didn't know if he was home, I didn't know if he was
Now we're talking
drunk.
about assaulting him. Mm-mm. You've never assaulted him?
I got evidence.
Assaulted him.
You said he has evidence.
Those are bruises put on my chest, March 2013. That very next day, she was actually arrested for domestic abuse.
Prior to that,
and also the night that she's talking about, that she kicked in my door, I was at work. My daughter was not at the house. The house was empty.
No,
she carved in my solid wood front door with a screwdriver.
No, the night that I was trying to get in there, my daughter was in the house.
And she ended up just tossing beds, throwing clothes, breaking door frames, and put those bruises on my chest.
No, the night that I got back in, the only reason I would have done that was because my daughter was in there.
Ma'am, you say you never assaulted him. I see all these bruises.
Prior to that, he had been holding me down and doing like being aggressive with me as well, which I do not have evidence of. There wasn't any marks left, but he was being quite.
Explain what happened that time.
He was just holding me down, holding me back from things.
No, something happened to provoke that. Tell me how it began.
There had just been, that was a very crazy time. There's just been a lot going on.
No, that incident where he ended up holding you down.
There was just a lot going on that time, so I don't remember that exact moment, but there had just been a lot going on.
If a man throws you down on the floor and pins you down, you'll remember why he did it. Let's get to the car repairs and the bail bond, ma'am.
The bail bond, which was in March of 2013, he had been out with a friend that night. His friend had gotten pulled over because his friend had been drinking. Since Travis was also in the car, the cop took his license and ran his record. Travis had warrants out for his arrest. I don't remember exactly what they were. I know there were some traffic tickets. There might have been a domestic abuse on there. I'm not sure what they were, but I know he had a bunch of tickets out for his arrest.
You had a domestic abuse conviction?
No, Your Honor, I did not have a domestic abuse. I have no such thing on my record. I actually had, the reason why I went to jail was a $500 private property damage to her car.
Plaintiff Megan McVeigh is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims Megan is so violent that she was arrested for attacking him, and he has pictures of his injuries.
Go ahead, ma'am. So what was the bail and what did you do?
The bail, I have the copy of how I paid
the bail
for it.
bond?
I paid it from my checking account.
Were you all living together or something?
At that time, yes.
All right. What about the car repairs?
My car repairs, in June of 2011, He was at a friend's house. He was drunk. His friend, and just getting very rowdy. His friends told me that he needed to go home. He somehow determined that it was my fault because he had to go home. He got very crazy and out of control. He started punching and kicking my car, which left amounts of damage. I have the estimates, and which the estimate was for $2,759.
Of punches and kicks.
Yeah, I have the evidence right here.
The pictures?
Yes, I do.
So you talking about she gets crazy? You sound like you get crazier.
He is.
The reason why I actually ended up having to leave that place, I was actually staying with my friends for a period of almost 2 months because she drove my roommates out of the apartment with her anger and just
It was not for
trash
anger,
talking.
it's because your friends
Quiet,
weren't paying
ma'am.
what they should be
Be
paying.
quiet, ma'am.
She was just going crazy, ended up driving both my roommates out of the apartment. I couldn't afford rent anymore, so I moved out to this friend's house. She ended up showing up, causing large amounts of drama to the point where police were probably gonna end up getting called by the neighbors. So my friend asked me to leave because he didn't want that at his house.
I was going for all that psycho stuff, sir, until I saw this.
Well,
You're jumping on and beating on cars.
she ended up.
Tell me about this bail bond.
Basically, those tickets, every single ticket that was basically a reason why I went to jail for were from her and her family. Like all the disorderly conduct, tickets and stuff were because of her parents calling the cops on me for making noise or arguing verbally with Megan.
Okay. So you earned them. That's basically what you're saying.
Some of those,
All
a
right.
lot of the tickets that were also
And
in there.
your car repair defense is what?
It's my car. I own that car. I have the title right here that states that it's mine and my mother's title. And also I have a witness
Saying what?
report of my mom, the verbal agreement to the
I have never seen.
Quiet, ma'am.
My mom agreed to, we basically put our credit on the line so she could get herself to work because her father kept taking away her car. So we put our credit on the line to get her this vehicle, and my mom basically verbally agreed that it was
a lease to own, as
yes,
it says.
exactly, as a lease to
All
own. All she had to do
And
was
had
make
you
a
been
payment.
paying on it, ma'am?
Yeah, I've been paying every payment.
You still have it?
Yes, I do.
All right.
They never touch
it.
it.
It is
They
her
never do
car,
that.
sir. She has an agreement. So I'll grant you the car repairs and the bail bond, $3,975. I hope you all are done with each other, right? Because all this violence, somebody's about to be hurt. Have a good day. Judgment for the plaintiff.
I hope that you can grow up because you have 2 kids to take care of, and that's a lot of responsibility. So I hope in the future you can kind of think about your kids first. And
I'd love to take on that responsibility, but I have to fight you to even get to my kids.
We spoke to defendant Travis Peters, who claims that he and plaintiff Megan McVeigh tried to rekindle their relationship after their court appearance, but it didn't work out. However, Travis said that he and Megan work hard to get along and co-parent the 2 children they share. Travis also says that he works 6 days a week to pay his child support, but because he works so much, it does not leave a lot of time to spend with his children, and he looks forward to seeing them on Saturdays.